Alright, this is when I purchased case seal. So I'm about to use it in my 4.7 liter Magnum V8. Everything seems to be cool. I just let some radiator fluid out. There was no radiator leak that I seen or can notice, but the engine the engine did have some water inside of it from the snow. We had a blizzard, so I'm hoping that was the case. But if I use case seal, I can't hurt anything if there's nothing wrong with it, I figure. But if there is something wrong with it, I'm going to use the case seal, and hopefully this will seal it up. Looks like, I don't know if you can see, it looks like someone already used something, maybe bars or something like that, because you can see metallic in there. Alright, so give me a minute and I'll be right back. Some pretty gritty stuff. It says pour in the radiator, the reservoir, or the hose, which I just closed back up. Alright, got that in there. Put back on the top. Pour just a little bit of water in there. Smoke at all anymore, but we got a leak still. Looks like I might need a new muffler. Alright, as soon as I can stop leaking up, good. Small leak coming, but I'm not sure if that's from, because we did have a blizzard, that might just be old water, but it's coming from the middle part also of the exhaust system, like the undercarriage, and so there might be holes inside my exhaust system. You see, we got 3 leaks on the floor. Well, that's wrong. Alright, so I'm going to come back to this in about, let's say, 5 minutes. It says 1 to 3 minutes, but we'll come back in 5 minutes. what I'm going with. So I'm going to change the oil, and I'll give you an update on that also. Alright. So let's see here. Check engine light, still blinking. Alright, I'll let it idle. Going on. Let's see, it says 159. Alright. So I'll be right back. Just gonna take it around to the back and see what's going on with the exhaust. So we're not getting as much water out of the exhaust itself, but when the fire in, every fire is still dripping. You can see right there. Putt anymore. Was putt-putting like putt. You hear it's more on the timing like. Alright, so far it's only been let's see, I think several minutes. I'll get back to you in about 8 more minutes. I do think after the engine change, engine oil change, and I think about 4 spark plugs, I think we'll get a lot more smoother run here. Yeah, I'm pretty certain of it. Getting a little ticking. Alright, let's go check the temperature gauge. Alright, temperature gauge there. So, we're literally almost up there to the right temperature. Almost. So let the rev come down a little bit, and I'm gonna see my truck is still shaking. That's how I know it's not only that seal, it's also spark plugs. Yeah. Normally you get a blinking light. It's normally in your emissions. It's normally your spark plugs or wires or both. I really want to say just the spark plugs, but you know, I could be wrong. It's better to go to your dealership or maybe someone, a close friend that might has a machine, a code reader, to tell you what's exactly wrong while your car is blinking. But blinking is really something that's serious, and I think you should take heed when you see blinking for your check engine light. And immediately. I will recommend immediately that you take care of that. I am not a professional mechanic or anything. I just been doing this since I was 14. My dad and my uncle were professional mechanics, so I just watched them and learned from them. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right, when this is done, what I plan on doing is changing my spark plugs and definitely my oil. As you see, it's quite wintry out here. Excuse me. And it's quite watery on the ground. Snow's melting. But I have to do what I have to do, because as you see, that light is blinking and I have to do it before the end of time, because I don't want any problems. And as you see, my heat gauge is where it's supposed to be, but it normally goes up to about right there anyways. So if it gets here, then I know sooner or later I'm going to have to replace the thermostat since I put the K-Seal in it. But if it doesn't and it stays there, then I would recommend K-Seal highly. But on the other hand, if it gets up there or past there, in between here and there, then K-Seal is highly recommended, but you're going to have to buy a new thermostat. Alright? And the blinking on my light is still on. I don't see an oil light, so I know it's my spark plugs. Hopefully it's not my wires also, but I do have a set of spark plugs that I'm going to install. And I guess I'll be out here. It's about 2:10 now. Wow. And that's about it, guys. Alright. Look for part 2. Or part 3. Or some part, I don't know. Till next time. I'll see you in a minute. Seen some YouTube videos where the engines was running this hard and they didn't change their spark plugs. They just got in and drove off. I don't know if they changed their oil or not either, but I'm definitely going to change my oil and my spark plugs. You know, I like a smooth ride, getting a little smoke somewhere. But I'm not sure if it's from the exhaust. Yeah. Can't do that. Click. Well, that's normally signs of bad spark plugs. My timing is good because I hear it clicking. My gas pump is good, or fuel pump. So yeah, I'm just gonna change my spark plugs, which as you see there, pretty much not that hard to get to, except for those two in the back I might have a problem with. Right there is one. I'll save 6 of them and leave the 2 in the back. I can't get to them. By the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be impossible to get to. Alright, I'll be back.